He's the locker room leader of SmackDown. He's an honorary Uso. Of course, I'm talking about none other than Sami Zayn, someone who's been doing the work of the Bloodline. This could be so much fun with Sami Zayn as Mr. Money in the Bank. His reasoning for going into the match to begin with is simply to protect the Tribal Chief. He says, if I win Money in the Bank, then no one can sneak attack and surprise Roman Reigns. We've seen it happen so many times over the years. This is going to be a way that Roman is protected. And I tell you what, if we can do that over a length of time, maybe, just maybe, as a sign of loyalty and good faith, maybe we can have a bit of friendly competition. Maybe I could have a WrestleMania match against Roman Reigns. That would be great. Honorary Uso against the Tribal Chief. And of course, it sounds like a great idea, of course, from the Bloodline, because they love the idea that Roman won't have someone, you know, going after him immediately the second they've got the briefcase. They can manipulate Sami Zayn all throughout the time. And of course, there could be a few times that Sami Zayn as well could be in the ring with a vulnerable Roman Reigns, and perhaps that could lead to fan pressure of like, come on, would you cash in? Would you cash in? But Sami, of course, he's going to be loyal to the Tribal Chief. He's not going to cash in the hope that he will eventually get the match that was promised to him. And of course, when he eventually does get that match that's promised to him, he's beaten down. Perhaps maybe the cash-in is going to be done as soon as the bell rings. He's beaten down by the Bloodline. So for immediately, it's a failed cash-in attempt, but at the same time, what it can transpire into, it can actually go into where Sami Zayn can get a spine and become a top babyface on SmackDown. The Sami Zayn we used to see in NXT, someone that put his body on the line, someone that fans could get behind. Sami Zayn had a great way of selling and telling a story, and I think him against the Bloodline could be a lot of fun. Now, would it be a WrestleMania match? I personally don't think it would be. I think that it would be something that could be done early next year, maybe towards Royal Rumble season. A show like that I think could work really well because you've got the Royal Rumble matches as well. It's a big show. Sami can get over further. Sami can have a really good match with Roman and just sort of just nearby miss out, because that's where Sami Zayn gets over more, usually in defeat, where fans can sympathise. We've usually laughed along watching him lose and seeing things go wrong for him, but how about we actually feel sympathy for the guy, seeing the fact that he's been manipulated for like 6 months after Money in the Bank, being told, yeah, you can get your friendly competition match, being screwed out of it, beaten down, only then to become the Sami Zayn of old that we saw in NXT. For me, I think it could be a beautifully told story if it was done correctly. And personally, for me, if Sami Zayn, the babyface like he was in NXT, could get really over, then maybe he could be within a shout at one point of becoming a top champion on SmackDown, and then truly really being the locker room leader.